Rita Marley Nkembeze Idono. I'm a private legal practitioner. I'm married. I am a Rotarian, presently serving my club as the 37th president of Rotary Club, Harcourt South. I'm also an entrepreneur, and I'm also into humanitarian services. Apart from Rotary, I run NGOs. I'm also a member of the Federation of International Women Lawyers. What do we do in FIDA? We carry out matters pro bono. Pro bono means free of charge. We take care of the indigent women and the girl. Our focus is the indigent women and the girl child. That's not to say that boy child is not part of our purview, but we are focused because they are the less privileged, they are the vulnerables in the society. Some would say law is made by men and it can also be changed by men. That's true. And as a lawyer, I've always stood for the truth. Let me take you back to retrospects. Growing up, my mom would say I've always wanted to stand for the truth, and all that. And back in primary school, there could be questions like, what do you want to become when you grow up, and all that. And my mom said, I've always said I want to be a lawyer, not knowing any lawyer around in the family at then. Up until I got to year one in the university was when I met an uncle who just came out from law school. And being a lawyer has really shaped my life. I stand for the truth. As a lawyer, as a private practitioner, I do not take matters that would not stand for justice. Interestingly, there are some lawyers that wouldn't tell you the truth. If a matter is before them, whether you have a bad case or a good case, it could sound awkward, but I'm one lawyer that would tell my client, I'm sorry, you have a bad case. Go and settle out of court. Most lawyers wouldn't do that. I mean, it's their farmhouse, as you call it. But I've always stood for the truth, and it's worked for me. Maybe it will, of course, you know that that is saying that, I don't know how true is it, but I am not a psychologist, neither am I a medical personnel, but they say women can actually multitask. And all that I have indulged in, I am very much interested in those things. For me, passion. Okay, I have passion for all that I do. Now I have businesses. My line of business is an area that I'm so much interested in. It means that I can actually do it without pay. But of course, nobody goes into business without profit, right? I'm the CEO of the Gas Club Services Limited. How did that start? The Gas Club Services Limited started sometime in 2012. I went for a conference in Cape Town, South Africa, and then we wanted to get an item, and then someone came, did delivery for us, and then before then I was thinking of what to do, an extra income, and then we started the Gas Club Services Limited in Port Harcourt, and we actually started home delivery of cooking gas. I must say that it was challenging, but because, like I said, I have passion for it. And then at the point where also engaging our employees, that was when youth restiveness started in Rivers State. And we felt that it's another way to take the boys out of the streets, We also believe that government shouldn't do everything. I mean, they have a lot they're doing. And then as individuals, there's any way we can help to, better the society, we should think of that. And then we focused on the young boys and young girls. We send them for training, and then we engage them to carry out the gas club businesses. I have passion for all that I do. I do not engage in things that I do not have passion for. And so I'm able to manage all that I have, all that has happened in my life as a woman. And marriage for me is the second to the last that just happened recently. And when I met my husband noticed that all around me is my law. I'm so passionate about law. I'm so passionate about Rotary. I'm so passionate about representing humanity and all of that. And then he came to terms with the fact that, okay, this is the woman I'm getting married to. And somehow I tell you, he's been very supportive because he knows this is what keeps me going. It drives me. And he's been very supportive, and I've been able to blend all of it together. There's time for everything. Rotary has made me to meet people that ordinarily I wouldn't have been able to meet. I mean, as a lawyer, who are my clients? I have my clients, people around me are the law, my colleagues and all that. But Rotary, and then in law, too, we have this seniority. It means that if I were called today, and if I was, even when I was called, even if I were called in the morning today, and you were called in the afternoon today, I'm your senior. But in Rotary, Rotary is where you come, and then you see a deputy governor sitting in the same place with you, having a meeting with you. You could even go and hug him, tell him anything. If Dangote were to be a Rotarian, we will sit on the same table, we will drink from the same pot, we will eat from the same place. I hug him and all that. That's what Rotary does. I started as assistant secretary of my club, and then I rose to secretary, international director, a lot of positions, you know. Now I'm the president of my club. I tell you, I sleep Rotary, I wake up Rotary, I breathe Rotary. Everything about me is Rotary, and I want to succeed. Rotary connects the world. It's the international team. But we have a district, a very unique, distinguished district governor. He came up with a team for the district. I think this is the first time, you know, this is happening in Rotary, as long as I could remember. He has his own team. He said innovation. He said he's the innovative governor, right? And he has charged us to all be very innovative in all that we do. It means that we have a pattern, we run our activities in Rotary, but we need to be innovative about it. One of the innovations I want to bring to my club, I'll try as much as I can and possible to bring in more women to Rotary, but quality women. These women have to be very quality. We're not looking for women that will come and depend on men to pay their bills, to do things for them. No, these are not the kind of women we're looking for. I am a quality president. I am a woman. And so I am going to bring my kind to Rotary. Well, over the years, we're only concerned about our birthdays, our spouses' birthdays, our anniversaries, forgetting the children at home. And I thought that this Rotary, one of the innovations I'm going to bring to my club is to make sure every birthdays I call up my kids. They're all my kids because I am the president of the club. So all the kids of that club are my kids. I'm going to call them up, sing songs, birthday songs for them, pray for them, bless them. And then at the end of the month, which is the celebration fellowship, I will make sure that their parents, I will insist the parents bring them to fellowship. And then I'll give them gifts. That's not part of Rotary. It's not good. I'm going to do that from my own pockets. I can't really talk about my story without mentioning Rotarian, Samuel Ibim Seminary. I met Seminary. My first encounter with her was precisely on the 13th day of February 2013. It happens to be a friend's birthday, a common friend's birthday. And then she walked in and, she has a gift for the friend, and just she was also rushing for a meeting. And then one of the friends, I said, do you know her? I said, no. And he said, okay. He introduced us, meet Rita Marley, our lawyer, and then meet Ibim Seminary, the commissioner. Then she was the commissioner for information, Rivers State. Commissioner for information. Oh, really, madam? Good to meet you. We exchanged pleasantries, that was it. And then, same that year, on the 25th of July was my birthday. It's my birthday on that day. And then, I was still with that friend. And the friend, I think she put up a call across and so, guess what, that's my lawyer. I'm like, oh really, today is her birthday, can I talk with her? And then she spoke with me and all that. She traveled. Then she came back and then was trying to get across to me. And eventually the man gave her my number, and then she called me to say, where are you? I've been looking for you. If you don't come to my house, I'm going to give her what I got for you. And I'm like, waste this. And she called and they were like, you know, and she said, I said, Ma, I'm sorry, I don't know your house. And she gave me her address. I was just around the corner. And then I drove to her house and she got me a lovely dress. And it got me thinking, you know what, she took me to her bedroom. She took me to her bedroom and then it got me thinking. I mean, I just met this woman once and it wasn't like very formal. It was just a brief meeting and then she knew my size. She had me in mind and got me a dress, a lovely dress, and a black dress. Of course, all I wear as a lawyer is black dress, and I can't trade my black dress for any other thing. And so I was really pleased. That was the beginning of our relationship, and she became my mentor. And for those of us who know Ibim Seminary, she's a very intelligent woman, very bold, very smart. She knows her onions, and very disciplined. I remember that growing up, our parents, mostly our mothers, would take some actions and inactions and would think that, oh God, this woman hates me so much, I don't think she gave birth to me. But thereafter, we realized that she meant so well. And then we say, Mommy, thank you for those actions, for making me who I am today. That is what I have to say about being seminary. She is a disciplinarian. She could love, she could play with you, but she was very strict. I can't really recall all that I learned from her. So much. She taught me how to write. I'm a lawyer, I said to you, you know. But Ibim Seminary taught me how to write. She taught me how to dress as a woman. She would tell you, you know what, you're a woman, you don't dress this way. Ibim Seminary will tell you how to stock your bag. A whole lot. She will tell you, you have to be open-minded to learn. Know that no one will tell your story better than you will do. So if you don't tell your story, no one will tell it for you better than you will do. And how do I tell my story? She will always encourage you to impart your environment, wherever you find yourself, positively. Do that which is right. She has always stood for the truth. Like I said, my stories will not be complete without talking about Ibim Seminary. If I am where I am today, she contributed immensely. As for those of us who are privileged to have gone out, I mean, out of Port Harcourt and Rivers State, I say privileged because most of us, we were born here, we do everything here, we're very comfortable here, we are not ready to go out and all that. We just feel that the oil thing and all that. For those of us who have been privileged to go out, we realize that mentorship, it's a way of life for the Igbos, for the Yorubas and all that. And that has made it possible for them to be shaping their lives. But over here, you know, the life has always been, what does she know that she wants to tell me? I know her mother, I know her, you know, and all that. What's what? You know, that has been it. Mentoring is key. We all need it. This part of the world, we need it. We are so proud of ourselves. Oh, the average Calabari girl is, okay, I'm a Calabari woman, I've gone to school, I'm beautiful. What do you want to come and tell me? My father is this, my mother is this, my uncle is this, one time that, one time and all that. So they don't think that mentoring, that they need it. But they need it. There are a lot of things that I didn't learn from home. A lot I didn't learn from school. But I learned from Ibim Seminary. I make bold to say it. My advice to young girls in the Niger Delta region is to be willing. Leave pride, leave who your father is. Forget about who your mother is, wherever your family background and all that. If you see, as a man in Rotary, we say, when you see something that you like, copy shamelessly. Aspire to be like better people that you think, this person is better off me, I want to be like you. And you'll be interested, the person will say, I want you to be better than me. You know? So let us have that attitude. We have to reshape in our minds, you know, the way we see a perception about life. And come to terms with the fact that we need to go beyond where we are at the moment to be the better woman that we ought to be. though I was a law student, and in my school where I studied law as a first degree, we have a modest dressing. We wear black dress, black skirt, and a white top. You know, that's what we wear for lectures. You know, that's our dress code. But back in school, when I had to join Rotary, in Rotary, we're taught how to become good leaders. We listen. They taught us how to be modest in the society, contentment. You know, how to carry ourselves, even in dressing and the way you address your fellow colleagues in classrooms, in the hostel, on the walkway, and all of that. Rotary actually molded my life, apart from going to study law in the university. One thing I want to see accomplished in my reign as a president is to bring back family to Rotary. When I joined Rotary, one of the things that dared me to remain in Rotary is the fact that whenever we have every end of the month, it's celebration fellowship. We had families. They come with the wives who come, the children will come, everybody in the house will come. We dance and all that and all that. We used to have board meetings in our homes, but over time, all of that eluded. We now became strangers. We see ourselves only on Thursdays, meeting days. Hey, hi, how are you? And we're gone. Most of us will not even have to call again till the next day. So one of the things I want to get back to Rotary as a president, it all lots innovations, but one of the things I want to get back to is the fact that Rotary is family based. And I will make sure that our families are together. That my son can be in the house and call Stanley's daughter, how are you? Can we go do movies? And then Stanley's driver could take his daughter and go to my house, and then they go out. I'll make sure the family comes back. Like I said, that I have started what has not been done in my club. We only take care of our spouses' birthdays, our birthdays, and our anniversaries. But for this Rotary year, I'd asked for a book for all my children, their details of all my children. I call them on their birthdays, I pray with them, I dance with them, I do all that. And then at the end of the month, I get them gifts from the president to them. No president has done that. We're not in a big competition, but that's a way to bring the family. And I tell you, I've called just 3 children have done birthdays, and I have called 3 of them, and they were so excited to know that the president of Mommy's Club, and they can't wait for last Thursday to come. And then the parents come back to the platform and say, my goodness, I'm so excited. It interests you to know that the president also called my son. And my son is so excited and he wants to come and meet President, Madam President. If that's all I achieve in this Rotary year, please, family must come back to Rotary. The key value that has brought me this far is honesty. Honesty, and then dedication. And then like I said, everything that I do, I enjoy it. I enjoy Rotary. I love Rotary. I enjoy Rotary. I love my 2 businesses I'm into. I love them. I enjoy them. And I enjoy my marriage. I'm married to the best man in this world. He knows everything I do, I enjoy it, and I do it with passion. So, commitment, passion, and honesty has driven me so far. Yes, there are days you wake up from, some people say the bad side of the bed and the good side of the bed and all that. But when you remember that you don't live for yourself, if I decide not to go to court, maybe I may have food in my house for my family to eat, have fuel in the car and all that. But my client in the prison suffers, right? That's okay. I've done so much about charity, and this September, why don't I use the money to do something else? My kid suffers. I've been to these schools where you engage a child. This child is a genius, but you cannot imagine the uniform the child wore to school. I cannot use them as my rag to clean my waste oil from my car. These are uniforms those children wear. They don't even have books. But engage these children. You'll be wondering, I mean, where are they coming from? And so any day I say, okay, I'm tired, I cannot do anything and all that. Like I said, I don't live for myself. So when I take those decisions, before I sit back, I need to remember, if you don't do this, this will suffer, that will suffer, that will suffer, and that will suffer. So until I wake up to do all that I have to do. I would like to tell an aspiring Eve woman first to know your onions, to know yourself. And then our parents have tried sending us to school and all that. But you need to continuously develop yourself in all ramifications. If you're a student, you have to stand out in your academics. The Bible says you can not light a candle and hide it under the bed. We're the light of the world. And so every Eve woman should aspire to be outstanding in no ramification, anywhere you find yourself. When I joined Rotary, there were 3 other ladies in my club then. I was actually the youngest in my club then. I wasn't 30 when I joined Rotary. Of course, the rule is that, you have to be 30 before you join Rotary and all that. But my club didn't have any choice than to admit me. I'll tell you why. I stood out. I was a lawyer. I was doing well as a young lawyer. I could pay my bills. I bought my first car. I was doing well. If I wanted to live on my own, I could also afford to live on my own. And so when they looked at all that, I've been engaged in and all that, they just didn't have a choice than to engage me, admit me into Rotary. The point is you need to stand out at every point, wherever you find yourself. Develop yourself, and a conscious effort to develop yourself. Listen, as a woman, it's not really easy. For those of us who are married women, the attention is needed in your office. If a professional woman is needed there. Oh, Rotary is there for me. I am the president of my club, the young president of my club, where I have professors, retired this one time this, one time that, and all that. Very experienced and knowledgeable. And so Rotary needs my attention. The family needs my attention. My businesses need my attention. All of that needs my attention. So as an Eve woman, I need to make sure that all of these are balanced. It's really not easy, I must say, but you have to strive. And anything you can do to make sure all of these things balances, you have to do them. What I know for sure is that in all that I do, I am going to impact my world positively. Everywhere I go. I'm not going to be one of those presidents that will just become president of a Rotary Club and just walk away and fade. No way. I'm going to be a president. I don't like to use the word a female president, but of course, I'm a woman. I can't take it away from me. I'm going to be a woman, a president that will leave prints. That every child that comes to, that was a time Mrs. blah, 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 Miss this, blah, Rotarian, this, was the president of this club. And you know what? She did this, she did that, and she did that. To inspire young women.